Oh yeah, I gotta be mic'd.
Take you on this mission, ski trip, and listen up. One time, let me spit it for the listener. God, wake you up, the east side spiritual. What? No, it ain't about the money. Everybody try to take from me. Everybody want to play me like they thought me doing from me. And my money, cause the only thing I'm getting is the money. I ain't trying to let it run me. I gotta let go with this pain. Try to get out of this rain. Yo, it ain't about the chips. It ain't about the mission and the whips. Lose your soul if you make it out of here. But don't quit. I just want to make the world.
Yo, 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 yo. It's another episode of Beyond Talk Chronicles podcast. It's your boy, Go Villain Django, that 1 in 10,000, baby. And you know, it's another week. We've been getting through the days, and we got a very special guest. Her name is ShonSki. Everybody give a big round of applause for ShonSki. Woo! Turn up in this bitch. Okay, ShonSki, man, tell the people where you from. Man, give me your tags, give them all that good shit.
What's up? I'm ShonSki, you're the place to be, and I'm from Eastside, Baltimore. Y'all can catch me on Instagram because I'm always there at ShonSkiMedia. And I'm gonna spell it out for y'all non-spelling ass niggas. ShonSkiMedia. Tap in.
Ooh, okay. Let's get lit. All right. Welcome to the ShonSki journey. Let's kick things off with a fun question. If you could describe your music style in 3 words, what would they be?
In 3 words. Bold, fearless, hard.
Okay.
In so many ways, hard. Like, not just like tough hard, but like that shit really hard.
You want to describe it for them? Like tell them, get deep into why it's so hard? Is it the bars?
It's like a combination. I feel like I embody like the eras that I connect with, 90s, early 2000s, hip hop and R&B. And then it's like all mixed together in this swaggy ass type of form. So it's like, it's hard when you hear it, you be like, oh, shit hard. You like, the first time you heard Wu-Tang, that shit was hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm. So you think do you lean more to the bar side or the vibe side?
I don't teeter. It's like, it's just both. It's both.
Okay, she got the vibe and the bars. Right? She got the vibe and the bars. Okay. What aspect of your career do you find most fascinating and why?
The aspect of my career I find most fascinating. I would say like my work-life balance. I'm a mom and I have 3 children, and I enjoy being a mom very much, but I also enjoy being a rapper. So a rapper / creative. And balancing out those 2 things is crazy, but I feel like that it makes for a really great story. It makes for some really great content and music because I got a reason to go as hard as I go. So yeah, like that's what makes it.
Okay. You said you're a mom, so I'm pretty sure that did the kids get the music gene too?
I feel like they have it. So one of my songs, it's actually an unreleased song that I have, and it's called On the Floor. And I might put it out just because I'm talking about it now. So I was trying to find a melody to it, and I was playing it in front of my kids, and I'm in front of the mic, and my son is just like singing out this melody, and I'm like, I like that.
Okay.
So I got some words, and they kind of like inspired that sound, and it's real like 90s R&B.
Okay. All right. So speaking of music, your song, your debut single "Devil Water" has made wave. What do you think sets apart from the other tracks in the alternative hip hop R&B scene?
Um, in my personal opinion, I feel like that just Double Water, the lyrics that came from that song, like when I wrote that shit, I knew I was going to change my life. So I feel like because it's like a hungriness in the bars and the delivery in the song, and then it's just like the instrumental complements it very well. That's what makes it stand apart because a lot of times people don't really fuck with shit they can't relate to, and I just feel like it's relatable. So
Okay. Uh, Somewhere out there is a testament to ShonSki's growth. Which track from the album resonates with you the most and why?
I would definitely say Yacht offhand. Yacht is such a it's a song that shows so much character development in my artistry, and like me as being, I guess, like a sister. So me and my brothers, we all rap, and I wrote that song with my little brother who's featured on it. And when we wrote it, we kind of had like this synchronicity. We was like, yo, what you got to this? You feel me? And I was like, don't even tell me what you got. We just gonna lay it down. And the shit just, it meshed so well. Everything went so perfectly. Bari, we had no hook, and Bari came through and saved the day. So like that song was just a full circle moment, because to be able to create on the spot like that, to be able to like have everything that's come together so naturally and organically, that's dope.
So what type of mood was you in when you like when you was coming up with the album?
It was a range of emotions, because I feel like it started out one way and it ended another. So like Yacht was in the earliest sessions of the project, and I feel like I was hella deep and introspective. Like, I'm gonna change the world with my bars, you know. And I feel like that the other half of the project, where songs like "This Ain't What You Want" came from, I was going through a lot of like relationship stuff. So I was in my feelings. So to go from being like introspective, ski, to I'm super heavy in my feelings, it was a crazy transition, but it made for a very amazing project.
Yes, yes, it's very amazing. So, what's your favorite platform to discover new music and why?
Hmm. To be honest, I would say it's a cross between Instagram and TikTok. Because the mindless scrolling, you know, as a lot of people believe, is just pointless. But you find so much hard shit, and you find so many artists that way. Where people be doing like these little videos, these self-help videos, whatever it is that they doing. I've discovered so many artists from multiple mediums at that, from these platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, keep that shit in my algorithm.
Okay. If ShonSki could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who do you think would complement your style?
Dead? Can I choose dead and alive?
Yeah. Tell us that and why.
Hmm. If I could collaborate, dead or alive, I would say like Currency is my dream collaboration. I'm such a fan of Currency. I love Spitter. He's my favorite rapper, and his music to me is so eclectic, because his style of rap is not what's on the radio. You're not gonna cut on the radio and hear no shit like that. And his bars is like out of this world. So definitely Spitter, and I would say dead. I feel like cliche me, I'm gonna say Pac. I feel like I could fuck with Pac on the track. I feel like that whole idea of like these range of emotions and not being afraid to be vulnerable on wax. He understood that, and I aspire to be like him for that reason.
Facts, facts, facts. All right, so it says your journey began in 2016 on Strong Wave Radio. Do
Hmm.
you have your own radio station now?
So I am. I want to say like I'm kind of in the process of developing a show. It's a real interesting situation, because like I don't own the network. The network has asked me to come and develop a show, and I have some ideas underway. So 2024 is potentially a radio show coming, and it would definitely be a continuation of Third World TV.
Okay, what would the show be about?
It would be about, you know, community building and giving artists like, you know, yet another platform to display and showcase everything that's going on. I feel like that at least in the DMV, it's an underappreciated field, and like people don't always know where to look to for resources. So to be
Okay.
able to be like that plug is important to me, because I'm also an artist.
All right, so your influences and you often blend with different genres. What genre would you like to experiment with next?
Yo, I want to be a jazz rapper. Like I literally want to rap over type of jazz beats, and I mean like Tribe, but jazzier, like John Coltrane and Sean Ski on the track type shit.
Facts, 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 facts. So we gotta look out for the next jazz album. All right. It's time for the randoms. No. Oh my bad, not the randoms. It's time for the hot topics with Z Dot.
Okay, I got a hot topic for you.
Okay.
You say you grew up in Baltimore?
Yeah.
A lot of people say Baltimore is not a part of the DMV, and they say Baltimore is really not part of Maryland; it's its own section. How do you feel about that stigma?
It's very true. Being I'ma just in my rarest Baltimore form. Being a nigga from Baltimore, you have to be there. You gotta go there to see it. What we talking about. And I feel like we have this idea because the way niggas' minds be in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? We so far removed from the surrounding counties and shit. We ain't even on the same frequency out this motherfucker. So it's definitely not the same thing. We were just very different people.
Okay. I got another hot topic. You say your favorite rap who you would like to collaborate with Tupac,
Mm-hmm.
but on one of your songs you're using the Biggie beat. So I'd like to ask you, who would you take, Tupac or Biggie?
Let's be clear. I would say that Pac is the better lyricist, but Biggie makes like better songs, like commercial songs that motherfucker gonna catch. So if I'm gonna have to get jiggy and I want everybody to like actually just vibe with it, it's definitely gonna be Biggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had one talent that you don't already have, what would it be?
One talent that I don't already have. I wish I could play the piano. I think that would be fire.
Okay. Tell us about your upbringing, the pros and cons from Baltimore.
Whew. I don't want to get too deep. The pros, I feel like that Baltimore is a real influential city. Like we've had some very important people and places in our city, and that's why like we go so hard in our music scene. You know, like the Billie Holidays and just like the whole West Baltimore renaissance of like art. Like that's a big part of our culture. And then like house music, club music, that kind of shit. Um, that's been inspiring. So that's like definitely a pro. Just coming from a very cultural and influential city. A con it's just like lack of resources in every area, like education, fucking medical, because it's a lot of like pain and hurt that comes from our city, and it's like deeply rooted in slavery and a whole bunch of bad shit, and like generationally, it's kind of like messed us up. So yeah, that's a.
Did you always want to do music, or was it something else that you aspired to do?
I wanted to be a culinary chef at one point, but this just kind of was the thing I couldn't get away from.
What's your main dish?
My main dish. I make a mean salmon dinner. Salmon of any sort. Doesn't matter what salmon dinner it is.
You seem like a woman with a lot of activities and a lot of progress. Tell us something that you do to have a stress relief, or what's a hobby of yours to get away?
Hmm. Stress relief. So lately I've been going for like car rides. It doesn't matter. Like I could just go to like Whole Foods or something and get my favorite gut cleansing drink because I fucking feel like it. And I find solace in just taking care of myself, whatever type of self care or physical care that I could do for my body and my mind. It's
Go get
a
a
vibe.
massage.
That I haven't done that yet, but that's on my list. That's on my list.
Okay. How many brothers you say you had?
I have three,
And you say all of them rap?
all of them.
Where would you rank yourself in the family?
Right. I would say, to be honest, I would put myself at two, and I would put myself at two because I wasn't always a rapper. Like it came very naturally, but I always had dreams of becoming a singer. And niggas just made me rap. It's like they made me do it. They was like, "Nah, you gonna do it because we doing it." And I became pretty good at doing it because of that. So
Okay. Coming to music, who was the first person that told you that you really can be something, or they really see something in you?
my mom, definitely.
Is it? If you want to give her a shout out.
Shout out to my mother. My mother bought me my first studio equipment. Like she invested a lot, and I appreciate that.
Okay. You got an upcoming event, the open mic coming up.
So it's
What
it's it's not technically an open mic. So it's a women's empower event, and I'm featuring some really dope female artists. I'm gonna have some male special guests, kind of bask in the femme energy. But it's Sounds of Love 2 experience, and I got some special announcements that I'm gonna be making at the show. It's gonna be a vibe.
what advice would you give any upcoming artists that having self doubts?
Fuck these niggas. Like, yo, it's gonna be so many people in your journey that's gonna tell you how you should be doing something. And you really gotta like pray for discernment because everybody's criticism or advice is not good. Sometimes niggas just be hating because you're doing shit that they never did before. But I would just say be intentional and know the difference between your ego and your higher self because that should have fucked you up.
Okay. Leading them into that, what lesson in life have you learned the hard way?
Oh, nigga. Oh man, I would say the hardest lesson that I learned was the lesson of self-love. I had to learn that through so many bad relationships and self-sabotage and impatience and all of the shit. And it's like it's a real thing when you don't have like the foundational skills. Like niggas don't teach you to love yourself and to have like prep talks and everything, but you are responsible for your own healing. So you gotta do what you gotta do because niggas not coming to save you.
Okay. Speaking musically, what do you look most for in a producer? Like his comfort level, his setup, like you feel like you got
Not
experience.
his setup. um, yo,
Some people be having the lights making it look fancy.
they do. I've definitely been in places where you think that the sound quality gonna be A1 and it's definitely not. So I would say what I look for is just their openness and their open mindedness. Because if I get in there and you start treating me like you know more about my song than I know, you fucking do that shit and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. What mainstream female artist would you collab with today?
Any. She's a rapper from the UK and she's fire as fuck.
Okay. You have a lot of talents. What sets you apart from other females artists?
I rap harder than a whole lot of niggas. That's what sets me apart.
Okay. Other than music, you do hair too. You want to shout out your Instagram hair page?
Definitely. Shout out to Hair Ski. I got the grow oils that I make with all organic ingredients, oils and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your shit gonna grow. It's gonna be healthy. And I know like people, it's this thing on Instagram where people like oil doesn't make your hair grow and blah 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 blah. Granted, I'm not against hair grease in no type of way, but I promise you it's gonna do what it need to do for your hair. And my body butters is also from natural and organic ingredients. So tap in with Hair Ski Naturals. I make everything myself.
And ShonSkiMedia.net. That's where they get the online stuff from.
Well, I don't actually have an online store. Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot right now. I'm focusing on being an artist. I'll be Rihanna in a minute, I promise. But like, yeah, just hit my Instagram, hit my DM, and I am available to speak to you.
How long you been growing your hair? Other real dreads?
Yes. So I started my locks in 2020, but my hair was already long. Everybody be like, "How the fuck did your hair get?" It was already long, and I just embraced the journey. It's been a real crazy one.
You want to tell us about that journey?
Yo, I've like combined locks since I've had my locks. I think I started with like 48. Now I got 31. Yes, I counted my locks. I wanted thicker locks, so I didn't want anything in the hundreds or nothing. But the ugly phase, I feel like, is a lot of character development because you be looking real rough out here, but it shows that you have a level of commitment. And that's important. I feel like that's important.
Okay. Any advice for people going on the hair journey?
Yo, tie your shit up at night. Like, tie as best as you can. I know sometimes you might fuck up a week. You might come home and you had too much to drink or whatever. Tie your hair up. That's the best. I promise you, it's the best piece of advice I give you. And keep your scalp clean.
Okay. Going back to the music, can you talk about the song Dedication? What inspired you?
I would say the beat was crazy when I first heard it. And I was sitting in my car smoking, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck can I write to this beat? Because I know I want to write something. And I was like, fuck it. I just need to like enjoy the moment. And like, I felt all spiritual and shit. I felt all connected with the earth and everything. So it was just like being inspired by the trees and nature and fucking, my higher being.
Okay. You say you started out at Strong Way Radio.
Hmm.
Can you tell us how that journey helped you today?
Man, first of all, I want to shout out to Freeze. Carlito Freeze, he really pulled me into that life. And I feel like it helped so much with my confidence and being able to assert myself in situations. And I didn't have that skill before that. So that's what I took away from that experience. And it's like helped me in my artistry, like being able to network and being able to be out here hitting the stages. Yeah.
Okay, you started out as radio and then you transactioned to YouTube. Can you
Hmm.
tell us what was the biggest challenge?
It was a lot. I feel like that the biggest challenge was the workload and not realizing like, damn, this is hella stuff that I have to do. I have to like schedule dates and times, and I have to upload the shit. And sometimes it would take like 3 days to upload those fucking videos to YouTube. So I didn't mentally prepare myself just for the workload. Like stuff be looking real good on paper. I'm gonna do this, and so when you commit to something, you gotta go all in.
Okay. Your newest song, Sounds of Love. If that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
You want
That's
to talk about that?
so. I had a vision of doing like a visual EP, and the songs was kind of like shit that I had on tuck. I recorded 2 out of 3 of those songs myself, and I was like, what would be a dope little EP to put together right quick? And when I listen to these songs like back to back, I'm like, I feel like that this is something. So I'm a formulate something around it, and then everything else came later, the name and the color scheme and the video. So it was just those tracks complementing each other to be a project.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna throw some rapid questions at you real quick.
Oh no.
What's something that you never told anybody before?
Damn. Something I never told nobody. Yo, if I say it, don't make me do it because I'm telling you now I'm not doing it. But I know how to talk like Stitch.
What? Like Lilo and Stitch? You can't say it without
No.
doing it. You can't bring it up. We can't believe you on
It's
Beyond
so
Talk.
embarrassing. I'm not about to let you play with me.
That's your talent. That's what you never told someone. So here at Beyond Talk, we trying to get beyond just the artist.
Nah, yo, I'm gonna just laugh the whole time. I'm gonna try to do it later when I'm not feeling all silly and shit.
If you have a second,
just hold me to
just
it.
answer a question just like Stitch. Okay. If you can pick one day to relive over and over, what would it be?
A day to relive over and over. That's a dope question. Hmm. So the last time me and my kids we went to like it's like an indoor playground thing, and my son was wilding when we had to leave. Like I'm talking about so bad. But if I could do that day over and over again, just because like we all was just kids in there, and it's just something about activities that's synonymous with your childhood, and even like having that type of connection with my kids,
Okay.
that was dope. I would do that every day.
We love the kids on Beyond
Yeah,
Talk. Okay. What's a small gesture that make you feel loved?
yo, feed me. I like it could be a muffin type shit. Like you thought about me to feed me. I'm listen. Yeah,
If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
I want to fly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
First of all, I ain't got no car payments. Okay, none. Fuck that. And I'm a fucking like mystical ninja out this bitch. I'm about to get ready. Like, imagine telling somebody I'm about to get ready to pull up, boy, and you fly over they shit, right? And don't let them have like a balcony.
Oh my goodness.
Like, bitch, I'm out here.
She bringing it. What's the most inspirational thing you ever experienced?
Most inspirational thing. So I would say maybe like 3 years ago, I got to talk to my favorite singer ever. Like, literally, he's like my favorite singer of all time. I got to talk to him on Instagram Live. And he actually called me twice. I got to talk to him twice. But to be able to just have a conversation and him acknowledge my presence and him give me advice on like this very career that he embraced and embarked on, that shit meant so much to me. And I feel like ever since then, I really started to like take myself seriously as an artist because I was bullshitting at first.
Okay. What's something you're currently working on to improve yourself?
I'm working on being able to empathize with people more because I feel like that I've been a little bit selfish, and I feel like that I've been selfish because I needed to be. But like I got so stuck in I need to be selfish for me that it's like, all right, you don't need to be selfish like all the time. It was for you to learn when to be selfish, not just to be selfish every day.
Okay. What's your favorite childhood memory and why?
Oh man, it's a few. I would say the main one is when we were kids, you couldn't tell us that we wasn't in the movies because we was in the movies. We was Power Rangers. We was everything outside. You know what I'm saying? We was gangsters in the gangster movies, and I just appreciate like you ain't care. You know how now like we be all put together when we come to a show. You ain't give a fuck. Like I'm out here in my pajamas and I'm Spider-Man. And you're not gonna hit me in my mouth and we gonna play and it's just gonna be a great time. So I just miss that.
Okay, one more question. What's one thing you're passionate about that nobody, not too many people know about?
What am I passionate about? I'm very passionate about transforming my life into like a more holistic one.
Okay.
And I feel like that people see it, but they don't understand, I guess, or realize how important it is to me. Because even like when I get to a point where it's like, I'm tired of doing all this. I'm about to go garden and shit. Like, I'm about to go do something. And I feel like you have to be in a whole different frame of mind to embrace that kind of lifestyle. Because this and that is like night and day.
Okay. Now we better go back to our host, Go Villain. Villain Django, what you got to say?
1 in 10,000. All right. So this about to be random questions, right? You ready?
I think so.
Spiders or frogs?
Nigga. Frogs.
Overcome your worst fear or worst experience from your past?
Worst experience from my past.
Are you afraid of the dark?
No.
What does kill two birds with one stone mean to you?
All in one swoop. Like
Favorite.
if I gotta go to the store and the bank, the store that I'm going to gotta be right by the bank. Because it's not about to get ready to get done. If that's two birds in one stone.
Okay, your favorite color?
Purple.
If you had to be another race, what would that be?
Something with black. Like the fuck. If there's not gonna be black in it. Like nigga, what?
What can't you live without?
My kids.
Stranded in a forest or a tropical island?
A forest.
Can you do 100 push-ups?
Fuck no.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
All right. That's the end of Beyond Talk. I'm your boy Go Villain Django. That 1 in 10,000. I have my co-host Zeta, and we with the lovely guest ShonSki. Make sure y'all tune into her music. Follow her on all platforms. Make sure y'all go run that shit up. Thanks.